For this lesson, you need to open the sample file, The World's Tallest Buildings 1, from your Sample Files folder. And I think to see a little more of the screen, I'll double-click any of the ribbon tabs in order to minimize the ribbon. This worksheet contains information about the world's 20 tallest buildings. We'll use the sum, max, min, average and count functions to populate cells B25 to B29. So I'll now click in cell B25 and type equals S on the keyboard. And you should see a list showing every function in the Excel function library beginning with S. This feature was introduced in Excel 2007 and it's called Formula Autocomplete. Now, if you don't see this list, that's because somebody switched Formula Autocomplete off. And here's how you'd switch it back on again. First click File on the ribbon, then Options, and on the left bar, Formulas. And the Formula Autocomplete checkbox must be checked for the Formula Autocomplete feature to work. Make sure the box is checked and then you can close the dialog and return to the lesson. So I've typed equals S and a list has appeared showing all of the functions beginning with S, and because I want a sum function, I'm now going to type the second letter in the function name, which is U, and I can now see the sum function, which is 2 down from the top of the list. I now need to select the sum function, and I can do this in 2 ways. I can either click it with the mouse, or press the down arrow key twice to move to the sum function. Notice a single sentence tip that appears, briefly telling you what the sum function does. It adds all of the numbers in a range of cells. But if you wanted detailed help on the sum function, you can press the F1 key at this point to see the full help text. I'm going to press F1 now. And the help window appears, telling you all you could ever want to know about the sum function. I'll close the help now and finish the function off by typing M followed by an opening bracket. I now need to select the range F4 to F23. I could do that by simply clicking and dragging the mouse cursor across the cells, but I'll do this with the keyboard by pressing right arrow, right arrow, right arrow, up arrow, then I'll hold down the Shift key and keep pressing the up arrow until I reach the top of the column. And when I press the Enter key, I can see that the world's 20 tallest building have a total of 1,776 floors. Let's now use the same technique to obtain the height of the tallest building in meters. The function this time will be the max function. So I type equals M, and you can see the max function is 1 down in the list, so down arrow to max, then tab key. And the heights in meters are in column D, so right arrow key, up, hold down Shift, and all the way to the top of the column, and press the Enter key. Now the height of the shortest building. This will be the min function. Equals Mi. There's the min function, so down arrow, tab key, then right arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, up arrow, hold down the Shift key, and all the way to the top of the column, and press the Enter key. The average number of floors, that will be the average function. So equals AV to start the average off, down arrow key once to move to the average function, press the tab key, then right arrow, right arrow, right arrow, then we move up to the bottom of the column, hold down the Shift key, select all of the cells in the column, and press the Enter key. And I can see that the average number of floors is 88.8. Now the number of buildings in the list. This will be the count function. So I type equals COU, and there's the count function. And notice the tip says counts the number of cells in a range that contain numbers. So it's important that we select the range from column D, E, F or G, because the other columns contain text. So I press the tab key to finish the function, right arrow key, up arrow key to the bottom of the range, hold down Shift, up to the top of the range, and press the Enter key. And I can see that there are 20 buildings in the list. All that remains now is to save your work, and I'm going to save with the new name, The World's Tallest Buildings 2. And as usual, I'll save to the folder above my sample files folder. I click the Save button, and you've now completed Lesson 3.2. Use common functions with Formula Autocomplete.